Oh, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Bigger Picture, episode 7. This is take 3. Let's get it on. I am your host, Squeege.
I'm Santino.
Ralph. Sam.
And today we have a very, very special guest.
This is CJ Buffkin, good from Montini. He's the CEO of Young Prodigy Associations, plays football at Missouri Western University. We're going to get it going, talk about him, what he's doing.
Right
He has,
into it.
elderberry sea moss jelly that he's been selling, his own clothing line, and we're just going to talk about the mentality and everything behind it.
He's a Renaissance man. There's a lot going on today, so stay tuned. It's a very interesting one. We're going to be talking from all different points of views of everything, what it's like owning a business, being a collegiate athlete, the whole 9 yards.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yep, about season.
So to start off, CJ, why did you even want to go this route? What made you start these businesses, the multiple businesses? Let's hear about it.
So my original plan was I wanted to do something that I can motivate other people to get involved in. With the sea moss business, I'm promoting a healthy mindset. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you take the step to take care of your own body, you're gonna take the step to take care of your future. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, I agree.
And
with
the
that.
clothing line has like a special meaning behind it, and when you wear it, you have like a little bit more confidence. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. So you got a lot of stuff going on. So let's start with the clothing line. So off the bench, that's what it's called.
Yes, sir.
And that's a mentality, right? What's that about?
All right, so I created off the bench because a lot of people don't believe in themselves. And I realized, if you don't believe in yourself, why would you expect anybody else to? Mm-hmm. So take yourself off the bench mentally and get in the game with some game. Exactly. It sells itself.
I like that.
Oh, this is a salesman right here. I love it.
You got the smile and everything.
Yeah.
So Young Prodigy, that's that whole entire thing.
Exactly.
So
I'll say about my sophomore year of high school, one of my good friends, his named Delane, he's a rapper. He just dropped the tape.
Come on, go for it.
Sleazy Boy Sleep, get at him at Apple Music.
Check that out.
And he was like, man, he said, you my prodigy. I was like, what you mean? He said, you my prodigy. So I went to Central. I transferred to Plainfield Central.
Right.
They didn't win a game in like 5-6 years. And we broke the streak. My sophomore year, we won like four or five games.
Yeah,
and
that was good. That was good for your school.
It was good for the school, and he just from that point on, I just stuck with the name Prodigy.
So that inspired you.
Exactly.
That kind of set the flame.
Exactly. I liked how it sounded.
That's good. That's a mentality too. That's belief in yourself.
Exactly.
How about the CMOS? So how did that even start?
So back in February, I had shoulder surgery, and the doctors told me I wouldn't be healthy for a full year at least.
What happened? Was it just like injury or?
So my junior year, I was invited out to the All-American Combine out in San Antonio, Texas.
Really?
And like halfway through, I was doing one-on-ones and punched the ball out, and my shoulder just popped out, and it popped out really bad. They had to put me to sleep to put it back in place.
Really?
And I just never like let it heal. And my senior year, I played on it, popped out every game, and then finally got the surgery back in February. And when the doctors told me I wouldn't be healthy for a full year, that kind of
that's tough.
It kind of messed my head up.
For sure.
And so I did some research, found out about Dr. Sebi. He's the man that cured cancer, AIDS, HIV, cured all that stuff.
Really?
And one of his main treatments was sea moss. And so I started looking into how I can get some. And so I started taking it, and it sped my recovery time up by 4 months, I'd say.
Wow.
Yeah.
You all good now then?
Yeah, I'm back healthy. And so when I step back, when I step back on campus, I'll be back 100%.
Wow.
Good for you.
Awesome.
That's amazing. And so really, Dr. Sebi, he had the influence to create your brand, to make you think of the idea. Well,
exactly.
CMOS, I want to give this to other athletes. I want to get it out there because personally, I never knew what CMOS was until this interview. Genuinely, and which is crazy because I'm hearing about the health benefits and stuff like that. Me and Ralphie, he was going over it a little bit with me.
Yeah.
So
it's like the next big thing
too, right?
Yeah. So probably by the end of this month or next month, I'll be coming out with the gummies because a lot of people are worried about how CMOS tastes.
Oh, yeah.
Because everybody thinks healthy.
Right,
tastes bad. You know what I mean? That's what everybody thinks.
Exactly.
So if I come out with gummies and make them more enjoyable, I guarantee it'll get more of a understanding.
No, that's actually smart. I like that idea for sure.
Exactly.
So then, what are
obviously it sped up your recovery time significantly. What other health benefits?
So the sea moss improves hair, skin, nails, improves your metabolism. So people that are trying to lose weight, they love this stuff. Really? It reduces any inflammation, so that's part of the reason why my surgery was so successful. It also strengthens connective tissue, strengthens bones.
Jeez.
It does all that. It has 92 out of the 104 minerals your body needs. Wow. So literally taking one scoop scoop a day will increase your whole body.
Yeah.
Yep.
I gotta
awesome.
get some sea moss after this.
sure.
No, I'm being for real.
All
Like
of us
that's
need it.
It's
amazing.
cheap too, mad cheap. How much you selling for again?
So I do discounts every once in a while through the Instagram at
Yeah,
Prodigy
yeah.
Sea Moss. But right now I sell it at a flat rate of $20 a jar, and
See,
it's an
like,
8-ounce
that's so
jar.
affordable with the benefits.
Exactly, it's an
That's
8-ounce jar. It lasts 2 to 4 weeks.
And you just take a spoonful a day.
Exactly,
Just- and
100%
you can just,
natural.
like,
Love that.
eat it, put it on bread.
And I have facial sea moss for people that
Facial
have.
too? Ooh.
So for people that have acne, like bad acne,
Wow.
I have after every shower, you just put a little bit in your hand, rub it in on your face, use it as a moisturizer, and it clears up any pimples. Acne, has your face smooth.
Right.
I use it every day.
I'm breaking out right now, so I definitely
Yeah, you
need
got
some
some
copy.
shampoo,
Facial
shampoo.
shampoo.
Yeah, you can put it in your hair too if you want your hair to
Ooh.
shine.
Okay.
Dude, this sea
Yeah.
moss.
Wow.
So like, where you get into sea moss? How do you like? Are you got like a little pond in your backyard or something? What are you doing?
So I have a connect that I won't name
Yeah,
names.
no, don't name it for sure.
I won't name names, but I get actual like raw sea moss, like straight from the ocean.
Okay.
It takes like about over 24 hours to make. I have to clean it, cook it, break it down.
It's homemade.
Homemade. I do it all myself.
In your kitchen, you're whipping up
Actually,
sea moss.
I say my mom helps me with it too.
Right.
Yeah, my mom helps me
Chef
with it
CJ.
too.
Special touch to it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like good stuff. Dude.
Exactly.
You know, I just capped some sea moss I've been having for 2 days now, and like I feel more clean energy. Like I just
Definitely.
feel more awake.
Yep.
And like
Feel
just
good.
better. Genuinely just better all around.
It gives your body a natural energy. It's not like a caffeine where you'll have
Yeah.
a burst and then a crash.
Yeah.
You'll just feel naturally
You feel
energized
good.
throughout the day.
See, I'm
Yep.
addicted to caffeine, so this might be my new pre-workout.
Yep.
Yeah, Ralphie, this might be your thing to get.
Yeah.
Like,
So I'll take it first thing when I wake up, and then I'll take it before I go to sleep.
Okay.
Twice a day.
Yep.
It's good for
Twice a day.
sleeping
Max
too.
out the
Yeah.
benefits.
So people say that can't sleep at night. They say they take it
Good for you.
and they say they take it and wake up in the morning feeling just fresh and refreshed.
I need that then. I
Yeah.
have trouble
me
sleeping.
too. Yeah.
So what is the process of starting even a business? How'd you even start? Like gain knowledge of like just starting all of this, like the clothing brand, the Sea
Okay.
Moss brand.
I
It's a big
say-
process, but
It's a big process, but if you break it down to day by day, like break down daily goals, find your end point, and then find out the steps you need to take to get there.
Okay.
And then once
Yeah.
you break it down like that, it's so simple. So
right.
simple.
Don't overcomplicate it.
Exactly.
Keep it simple.
Make it make sense.
Take it day by
That-
day
no,
as
that
well.
makes
I'm
sense.
assuming,
That makes
right?
sense.
Yeah.
You had a goal to achieve by the end of the day, and then the next day you had another goal to achieve, and like
Yeah.
slowly but surely you build kind of an empire of success in a sense. You know.
Yep. So everybody has the same 24 hours every single
Ooh,
day.
thank
Everybody
you.
has the same 24
I
hours.
think you want to be a co-host?
it's-
You want to be
it's-
top
I-
host?
Because that's all we preach.
I haven't.
That's all
I
we
haven't-
say. That's all we
I haven't.
say.
That's how we
That's
live,
all we
bro.
say.
Literally.
Dude,
We've
he's
all
gonna
been
be
transformed
awesome.
by that saying,
Hey,
bro.
he's a
Exactly.
co-host.
That's awesome.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Yeah, go on. Finish that, though.
All right, so everybody has the same 24 hours. How will you use those to your benefit?
Amen.
Like,
Dude,
it's,
that's
it's really
beautiful.
like that.
Seize the
It's-
day,
Seize
man.
time.
Exactly.
Dude, yeah,
It's
I
just
heard
win
that,
the
I
day.
heard that like 2 years ago, and it just like clicked. I was like,
Yeah.
geez, you just make time for what you want
And
to make time
I've
for.
talked about it on previous episodes
Yeah.
that those words alone, how much they can change your life if you just, that's the first thing
Once you
you
understand
think
it.
when you wake up
Yeah.
in the morning.
There's
You
so much
could
you can
run
do
two
24 hours,
businesses. You
too.
could play football.
You could do anything.
You could do all this
You
shit.
could do
know?
anything, man.
You just don't
It's
let
amazing.
it overwhelm you because
Exactly. It's
you know what I mean.
powerful.
Don't
Exactly.
overcomplicate. Have fun with it. You have fun
Yeah.
with this?
Exactly.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
day.
That's all you gotta do
Every
with
day.
football. It's
Just
bad.
look forward to the new day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm a person that I
Dude,
feel
love
I get
that.
overwhelmed
So that
easily.
you obviously have a great mentality on your shoulders. So how does that push you when you're maybe going through a low with the business or football, whatever? When you're kind of struggling to understand what you want to do, you got future plans, looking at everything. What do you think is fueling your gears?
I think honestly, I'm addicted to progress. So like sitting still,
Dude.
I don't feel good. Like I feel like I have to go find that 1% I can increase.
Amen.
You know what I mean?
man.
So if
Yeah.
say I'm not working on my clothing line today, I'm working on my CMOS company. Say I'm
Wow.
not working on that, I'm working on my football like aspect.
Yeah.
There's always something you can improve on. It only way you can like stand still is if you just sleep your days away.
You
Yeah,
can never
bro.
be satisfied. That's
Exactly.
what it is. You can never be
Satisfied.
Yeah, like
satisfied.
The only
like
way is
we-
forward, you know?
Be
Exactly.
content.
baby steps.
Be content, but never be satisfied.
So
Exactly.
how has football inspired your mentality with everything, with this whole entire business or with sports? Because I feel like all
That's
this is
definitely an
connected.
influence for sure.
It's a
You've been
big
playing football
influence.
forever.
So I've been playing football since I was about 5 years old, and like throughout my time playing football, you can't look at anybody else's success. We're all on like the same path but different routes. You know what I mean? So like even through like recruiting, you'll see like so and so get an offer, so and so get this,
Oh, yeah.
that attention. You can't look at that. You got to find your own path.
Tunnel vision.
And
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Create tunnel vision and just see your own success and just live through that.
Yeah, I can relate to that because I was in the same process too.
Yeah.
The whole entire recruitment thing.
Exactly.
We
It
got
gives
the
you
same,
it gives you a
like,
tunnel
The
vision.
same mentality, the same thoughts, the same perspective. You
Yep.
know, to figure
Really
that out
close
at this
to coming
age, you know, it's real cool because some people lack, some people whatever, they're just figuring it out. But this is like the next step almost. Like it's powerful. Mind's powerful.
It's just amazing. People could do anything they want to do.
Exactly.
All you gotta do is just be passionate with anything, try everything out, and not be afraid of failing. Because,
Exactly.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah, that's
Look,
all you
look
gotta
at
do.
this
You
shit.
got,
It's
yeah,
just-
you got
he's
these,
winning.
yeah, these
If
like,
you got
shirts.
this guy in Snapchat, you're seeing he's selling that CMOS
Definitely.
every single
I
day.
know.
It's the
Exactly.
grind. It's the grind, and
How
it's
do you
working.
advertise though?
It's working.
Like, what's the best for advertising?
So I use my social media platform to make my money, basically. I use Snapchat, Instagram, sometimes Twitter, and basically it sells itself because everybody sits on their phone all day long.
yeah.
So everybody uses it in their own way. But if you're marketing the right way through social media, you'll get that attention
gonna see
because
it.
everybody's on their phone, locked in 24/7.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Especially when it's something so different. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen any, young entrepreneurs are around our age doing what you're doing with the CMOS and
For
stuff
real,
like
like,
that.
actually,
It's
people
seriously
aren't doing
so
this.
different and so unique, which with that being said, can attract so much in itself, from a marketing perspective.
True. So I've expanded my company so fast through I've created a promotion team through my Prodigy CMOS. So people don't even have to sell it. If they join my promotion team, I have them post what CMOS is and does for them. The CMOS sells itself. If they get people to buy it through my link and they put their name in there,
Yeah.
I cut them a $5 profit. So I got people in 3 to 4 different states right now pushing the CMOS, and they don't have to sell it. They don't have to make it. None of that. They use their social media to make their own money.
That's
is a
genius.
business
That's
man.
genius.
Genius.
You have a very, very high thinking marketing brain, which is
Yeah.
amazing.
Smart.
Just
I'm
think
taking
about
business marketing. Actually.
start here,
and I've
branch
learned
out.
more than I've learned more.
Right, this
I've
little
learned
conversation
more. Be
than
my
the
teacher. Be my
entire-
teacher.
That's so
I'm still learning.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's really good. Seriously.
What are your
This is
future plans,
awesome.
though?
Like this is awesome.
Like, what are you
Just
trying to
letting
achieve later? This whole entire thing. What's your end goal?
So a lot of people don't know this, but I have a tattoo on my stomach that says ABM. It means ability beyond measure.
Oh, okay.
So I really don't know where I want to go with this. I'm taking this day by day, and every day I come up with new ideas, new routes I want to take this. And then when I get those ideas, I just run with them. I don't think
That's
too much
beautiful.
about it.
Right.
'Cause
I
if you
relate
think
to that
if you
100%.
think too much about something, you're gonna think about how it won't work instead of how it will
Yeah.
work. Go with your
Amen.
gut. Go with your
Amen.
gut instinct and make
How
it
does,
happen.
I'm in
So,
the same boat.
You play football at Missouri Western. How does that affect the selling of the CMOS? So is it a little bit different, like with the manufacturer?
Honestly, it's actually helped because I'm around athletes all day long.
Ah,
Everybody has
yeah,
bumps,
yeah.
everybody has bruises, but the CMOS will recover your body a lot faster. So I work out 2 to 3 times a day, but I'm able to get those extra workouts in because I take the CMOS. It keeps my recovery time so much faster.
That's awesome. So you're working out, you're training, and everything.
Yep.
You know? And that's you.
I fit time. I plan every single day. I have this little book. I plan hour to hour every single minute of my day.
Are you writing it down?
Yep,
There's,
write it
there's
down.
something about writing down in hand, right?
Yep.
You're checking it off and
Exactly.
That satisfaction.
So
It's
you got
like,
a
Exactly.
journal.
I got
Yep.
this done.
That's
See,
awesome.
these are pro tips.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I hear,
amazing.
you hear
Seriously.
about these things on social media or people talking documentaries, but they work. These things are the ingredients
Yeah.
to the recipe.
See, it's
you
a
know?
success.
You definitely must be a really big inspiration to a lot of people because just from an outsider view looking into your life, the little bit we've talked about so far, that's how I want my life to be in a book
sure.
where I'm checking things off, a systematic way to live
Yeah.
because there's something about that brings so much I'm a person that I need structure. Some people can do without structure, but I believe the best way to live is through a structured way, having a process of this, boom, 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 a schedule. A schedule, obviously not, there's going to be times in your life when you're not on schedule, but it just feels good to be on that,
It's a
that
guide.
type of path. It's
Yeah.
a guide,
You know?
and it really, and I think that's awesome. So good for you that being your age, this young, and so ahead of our time as a generation is beautiful. So,
So
kudos to
I've
you.
learned that through my mom though. Real talk. I've only had a mom in my life my whole life, but she's able to work all day long, still be able to go to all my football games, still go to pick me up from practice, drop me off at practice, and I always wondered how does she have all the time to do all this?
Yeah.
And she has her own little planner, and
You gotta
it's
make
just
time for what you
exactly
want to
she
make
makes
time
time for what's important,
Yeah.
and that's the right way to do it.
So
Exactly.
leading to the next question, would you say your mom was the main inspiration or maybe helped design the good habits you have in life?
Exactly.
Okay.
She's kept me on the right path. If I start straying off, she won't really say too much. She'll just get quiet. And
And
that's
a trigger.
it more than
that's
somebody
dope,
trying to
that's
be
dope.
on you more, because it builds that accountability within yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
For sure.
That's
Yeah.
awesome, man.
Wow.
That's so good. What else you learning on this path? Obviously, you're mad success right now, but what else you learning that comes with that?
So I'll say like the biggest thing I learned. So when I was in 7th grade, my dad got arrested,
Right.
and he was locked up for like a long time, and that kind of pushed me on the path away from like, you know, taking the street path, because it's fast money, but it's not gonna last. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like everything always comes to an end in like in the streets, and that's why the one thing I learned, like you could take tips of being a hustler, and I've learned through my family like that took the hustling route, that you got to stay on top of everything, and that's helped me business wise. But I don't want to go down that path because
Exactly.
Definitely.
So you learning
yeah,
from
exactly.
everyone else.
Exactly.
Good stuff.
So we talked a little bit about long-term goals. What about in specific? What are some short-term goals right now that are really big for your life that you're trying to, you know, achieve through your businesses at the moment?
So my daily goal is to get 1% better. Really, I wanna take stretching more serious, because that helps my body.
Dude, I've been stretching too. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Like in the shower when it's hot, just stretch. Like actually,
In the shower,
when
I've
it's
never.
hot-
you got enough room in the shower?
Listen, because the hot water, like it lets your muscles expand. Seriously,
Yeah.
I can like
True.
touch my heels. I've been so flexible lately. It works.
All right, so try this. At the end of all your showers, put the water as cold as it can for 30 seconds.
I take cold
It'll
showers
wake your
every
whole
morning. I
whole
take a
body
cold
up.
shower.
When we wake up, usually you gotta get
It's
in a
like my
shower,
wake up, it's
come out of
just-
a cold shower and just
Yeah.
It's a flash and boom, I'm
Yeah,
off.
it's
I'm like
nice.
focused
Exactly.
and everything. You
I
know.
know.
Yep.
It's like
I can crawl to the shower. I could be like one eye open, but if I cold shower, I'm
When
off.
you want,
Yeah.
one
And
sip
I'm
of that,
and then I'm
like-
seizing the day.
I don't
That's
know what
the
it
thing.
is.
Crazy.
I like, that's why I don't do anything caffeine induced, because I get really shaky from caffeine.
Yeah.
If I get the proper amount of sleep, I won't have a tired day.
For sure.
Like if I just, you know, if I get the rest I need, the hours, then I can wake up at whatever
Yeah.
time and be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me. Everyone's different. You know, I've always had more energy.
So I mean, like you have a lot of great mindsets, and you know you're a very hardworking guy. Like, what would your advice be to someone who's, you know, like they're having struggle with balance, they don't really know what they want to do? What would your recommendation be? Someone who just needs to work a little bit harder.
Work a little bit harder. So figure out where you want to go. Like what's your end goal?
Yeah.
And then break it down into smaller goals. And then break those smaller goals into even smaller goals. And then figure out what you can do today to get one step closer, so you'll be in a better position for tomorrow.
Okay.
Exactly.
A
That's
lot of
really all
people-
it is.
Keep it simple.
Make it make sense.
Keep it
Yeah.
simple. Yeah.
What I've noticed about just humanity, what you just like sparked in my brain about humanity in general, is that no one is patient enough to understand that like you're really on an amazing path, because you're thinking about making it 1% greater each day. But most people have the mentality of, oh, if I don't achieve it tomorrow, then I'm never gonna make it.
That's the
So
social
then-
media effect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody sees other people's success, but they don't see how they got there. They see their 100%, but you at 0%
They didn't
right now.
see
How you
the-
gonna get
the
to
climb.
1,
They didn't see
2
the
to
climb
3?
there.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I think that's why that separates a patient person who has this, you know, tunnel vision of the end versus a person who, oh, well, I didn't become famous in 3 days or whatever their goal is. I didn't become a D1 athlete in 4 days or in 1 year, so now I'm going to give up. It's that that's the biggest problem. That's what separates, you know, a successful person versus non-successful person. It's not about what accolades?
Accolades. Yeah.
Accolades they've achieved. It's about, you know, who is going to stay consistent, keep
grind.
going,
The grind.
you know,
You
keep
can't give up.
grinding,
You
and you can't give up. And I think having that mindset of, well, I got 1% better today. Well, I did one more thing better. I woke up an hour earlier. Little things like that. If you stay consistent with that, that's what really
They
builds
make the
true.
biggest difference. Like I'm
Yeah.
taking notes right now. Like
I
I'm
know.
gonna like implement it because like
Definitely.
it makes sense. Keeping it simple, like it
Exactly.
makes sense.
Simpler the better. That's all it
The
is.
simplest thing you could do, first hour of your day, do not touch your phone at all.
I've been trying to work
Yeah.
on
Just
that.
go
Actually.
do something like better yourself. Make your bed.
Live in the
go
real world.
go stretch. Do something
Read a
that's
book.
gonna help you
Yeah.
yourself instead of going and looking at what other people are doing for
Well,
the
it
day.
just distracts all of us.
Exactly.
Our phones distract us.
We
Exactly.
talked about that episode 1, social media.
I know, social
Yeah.
media is
Yeah.
I feel like none
Generation.
of us are too bad. Like, I don't check stories or anything. I use social media strictly to promote our
Yeah.
brand.
I've been
That's what we do.
leaning that way for sure.
That's what
Yeah.
And like, even I used to go on my phone. I don't know if anyone else can relate to this. My biggest problem right now is like TV shows or movies. Like that's how I go to bed now. But it used to be Snapchat or TikTok or YouTube or just on my phone. But now I kind of just put the phone away, put the alarm on, throw on some TV. You know,
it's good to get rid of the phone because it helps you seize your day.
How do
It helps
you-
you see more time to use. You know, you have more hours to work with instead of just spending each seconds, you know, scrolling.
So you obviously have a very busy day. You have a lot going on, a lot of different things you're working on. What time of night do you call it usually on a weekly basis? You would say.
It depends.
It depends.
I hang out like I say like on the weekends. I hang out with like my friends. They're all rappers, so we'll be out to like 2, 3 in the morning. But I gotta have that discipline to wake up at 7 a.m. to go get that workout in to stay on top of my path. But it's just having that mindset of knowing what you're gonna do tomorrow.
Yeah,
You can't slip. Yeah, you can't
and
slip.
where do you put your mental state in before you go to bed? Like, is it on your phone or is it where is your head at right before you're about to fall asleep, right before you're about to go to bed?
All right, so everybody talks about like meditation and stuff like that, and they think it's something super complicated. But meditating is really just being there, not thinking about a thing, not doing anything. Is just being in the moment. Like that's all it is. I just sit there and just
Appreciate the moment.
end my day by just being there.
That's awesome.
Do you ever overstress about the next day, or no? You wait for
Day by day.
So
Cross the bridge when you get there.
you can't worry about anything that's not there in the moment right now. You can't.
Yeah.
It's not gonna change anything. Worrying about it right now.
It's also true.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So how do you respond to failure?
You look at failure.
What's the best
You can
way?
look at failure as, all right, this didn't work. Now what can I do to make it work? That's how you really gotta look at it.
Optimism. That's an optimistic lens.
Active optimism. I've been reading this.
Active optimism.
I've been reading this
What's
book
active
called
optimism? I don't know.
Active optimism is no matter like what life throws at you, you're actively finding a way to make good out that situation.
Making it positive.
So I don't know what it was called, but there's two characters in Chinese. It either means what's it? I was just reading this book. I posted on my story. So dang, I have to
Look it up while you try to figure it out here. What's the book called?
It's called Stronger. It's called Stronger, and it's by a bunch of different authors.
Right.
And basically, the Chinese look at it means danger or opportunity. Those two symbols mean two things.
Yeah.
And throughout, that's the book right there. And so they say you could look at it as
put it on
danger.
the screen.
You
Stronger,
could look,
the book? Okay.
you could look at it as danger, or you could look at it as opportunity. And in Chinese, they look at it as dangerous opportunity. You know what I mean? So anything that life throws at you is just a dangerous opportunity. You can give up and just live in that danger, or you can look at it as an opportunity. Find how you can benefit out that.
That's wisdom. That's
Exactly.
wisdom.
Yeah.
Now, I'm with you on that. It's a great way to look at it. What would be your response to? So I'm just picking your brain. I wanna figure out, how do you look at? Do you have a fine line between delusion and optimism? Like,
Delusion. What would you call delusion?
I just believe in a balance of you shouldn't be too optimistic because it's okay to not be okay. That's what we preach. So yes, that's how I look at it. And you shouldn't be too pessimistic because not everything is that bad. Count your blessings, but also accept things that hurt and accept pain. And bring it in and then give it time to set in and then heal from it, because that's what makes you a stronger person. That's how I look at it. So I wanted to pick your brain. Where's your head at with that? How do you look at the difference between optimism, pessimism, and where does delusion fall beneath those things?
I believe if you see opportunity in something, run with it. Because if you ask outside opinions, if you ask, does this make me delusional? Does this make me sound crazy? Then you're gonna sound crazy because you don't sound like you fully believe in what you're trying to get.
You have to be confident in it.
Yeah, you have to. If you really see opportunity in something, just run with it. Don't think too much about it. Figure out a plan and attack.
Yeah,
you gotta be hungry.
Yeah,
hungry.
No, and I agree with that, of course. But
I just think the downfall is overthinking anything. I feel like if you overthink just all like the bad things that can happen or failing, then it's gonna hold you back.
But I'm talking about like horrible things. Like I'm saying like because there's people there's a name for it, because I watched this podcast. Do you guys know what Charlie Rocket is? Anyone know what Charlie Rocket is? So he's not a podcaster. He's the social media influencer.
Yeah.
He is super. I like his energy, but he is, like, in my opinion, a little bit too delusional, because he's I don't want to speak on his name like that, but like he talked about one man he knew, and this man, his father or mother, someone passed away very close to him, and the son didn't even cry or didn't even feel sad about it because he was so delusional to that fact. But and I disagree with that. I think that's delusion.
Yeah.
It's not about thinking too deep into things or letting little things bother you. I'm talking tragic things that happen in your life, you know? Because if you're going to be actively optimistic, which I believe in, when shit goes really south and really wrong, I think it's more about the battle to getting through that rather than, oh, it's okay. Their time was here. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how you get
how are you keeping yourself in check? Like, how do you keep yourself in line? Like you said,
it's a hard question. I'm sorry. I'm really.
You said your mom. You know, she not talking.
Your friends too.
Yeah. Really help you. If people spitting game to you, how are you staying in line?
I read a lot of books. Like real talk. I don't talk about it a lot, but I read a lot of books, and I realize like everybody goes through things, and you may think this is the end of the world right now, but I guarantee you, a week, a month, a year from now, you'll look back at that and like, that was it didn't really matter. You know what I mean? You're still gonna be breathing. If you live and you're breathing, you still got more opportunity to chase. It may not be that route. It may be something that was building you up for something else. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, sorry, that was a very tough question. I couldn't even understand how I was trying to get it out, but it was just I was trying to pick your brain.
Yeah, you made sense, though.
I know what you mean because I could have looked at it like this. I got my shoulder surgery back in February. I wasn't going to be healthy. I could have just looked at it as like, I'm not going to be healthy for a year. What am I going to go do now? Instead of looking at how can I make my situation better. So I looked into
obviously
it, found about the CMOS, and then boom, found opportunity in that.
It's like a blessing in disguise.
Exactly.
You know?
When there's adversity, there's opportunity. That's the best thing ever. With
when there's adversity, there's opportunity?
Yes. Any failure means opportunity.
Yeah.
Sure.
Literally. I mean, there's been times where I failed miserably, and like, I thought it was the end of the world, but like you said, we were all still breathing. It's all learning experience. Things will get better.
You just keep 1% forward every
day. It's the best. It's
the
best thing.
That was beautiful. I love that. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you, CJ, for coming on.
Yeah, thank you so much, bro. Seriously, it was a pleasure.
We went through a lot in 30 minutes, so that was really good.
Yeah, we kept hitting it hard going in on it. But CJ, go ahead before we wrap things up here. Anything you want to shout out? By the way, we're all repping his brand right now, so go ahead, talk a little bit about your brands right now. Go for it. Spend whatever time.
So I got my clothing line right now. I'm dropping new designs later this month. I still got more products dropping throughout the CMOS. My personal Instagram is CJ_BUF. Through there, you'll find all my other accounts for my clothing line and my CMOS account. My Snapchat is CJ_BUF. I promote all my clothing lines. I promote my CMOS through there. And basically, that's how I make my money.
Very nice.
That's awesome.
And if you're interested in joining the Prodigy promotion team and making some extra side money, just hit me up through one of my pages.
Let them know.
Exactly. The average millionaire has about 7 to 8 sources of income.
Keep it coming.
Wow.
Keep it coming.
Amazing. Thank you again for coming on.
CJ.
Appreciate you, CJ.
Appreciate it. And thank you guys for tuning in to The Bigger Picture episode 7. We will be back next Wednesday. We'll see you later.
Thank you.